Indeed, the socialites are defending hard and has... are you messing with this room?
There seems to be...
We are sailors by echo, true and free. We give you the truth. Fly free, rise above. No curtains, no constructs. From CNS with love.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on the finals, and in this video I will be going over the biggest lore theory that I have seen so far. This theory was brought to you by a person called Rin. She's a fellow lore theorist and I'm really grateful that she is okay with me doing this video on her theory. Yeah, make sure to watch this video at the very end because I assure you, you do not want to miss any of this theory. Yeah, before we go straight into the video, make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below what you think of this theory. In my opinion, this is the best theory so far, and also make sure to join my Discord server, the link is in the description. But without further ado, let's go straight in the video. OSPUZE likely contains substances that mask or suppress its harmful effects, such as sleep deprivation, motor dysfunction, impulsive behavior, and skin peeling. It may also be highly addictive. The fact that the OSPUZE shortage, as suggested in the report titled Triggered Riots, supports this idea. When people lose access to OSPUZE, severe withdrawal symptoms emerge, implying that individuals rely on constant consumption to both sustain its stimulant effects and to keep its hidden side effects suppressed. The phrase "who needs water" might actually be the case for OSPUZE consumers, because it suggests how heavily people depend on OSPUZE as if it were essential for survival. While most energy drinks can disrupt sleep, in this case the effect is extreme. Based on some of my research, I suspect that OSPUZE induces sleep deprivation during use, but includes an added substance that masks the usual consequences so users don't immediately notice the harm. Once consumption stops, the mask is lifted and people collapse into uncontrollable sleep. Sleep deprivation itself produces symptoms that overlap with withdrawal/detoxification, including motor dysfunction, impulsive behavior, and eventually even skin peeling/damage. As sleep deprivation goes on for longer, the symptoms become more severe. Many of the more severe symptoms look like the effects of alcohol intoxication. The severe symptoms of sleep deprivation include impaired judgment, visual and tactile hallucinations, impulsive or reckless behavior, microsleeps, uncontrollable eye movements, trouble speaking clearly, drooping eyelids, and hand tremors. The severe symptoms of sleep deprivation also include the skin detachment symptoms, in which the sleep deprivation diminishes skin barrier function, which normally protects against external threats and prevents water loss. This can lead to multiple skin problems, including extremely dry skin, rough or flaky skin, and in severe cases, skin peeling. Now the conclusion is that OSPUZE is not just an energy drink, but a highly addictive toxic product. It likely contains compounds that conceal or delay its damaging effects, leading users into dependency while hiding the severity of its impact until withdrawal occurs. I found more evidence to support this idea, particularly around extreme sleep deprivation or lack of sleep. On the official website of OSPUZE, one line states that, in fact, forget sleep altogether. With OSPUZE, you won't need it. At first I thought this was just a typical energy drink exaggeration, but based on my current speculation, this might be quite literal. Also, sleep is for the weak is written on the official website. Another text from the OSPUZE website says, "You're born, you drink, you die. OSPUZE is an essential part of the journey of life. We'll be there with you, holding your hand from the cradle to the grave. We will be part of every moment, every minute, every hour, every day, every year. Resistance is futile. Start living today. It's as simple as pop, pour, perform." You're born, you drink, you die shows extreme ambition and how careless they are. The OSPUZE official website even has a picture of a baby drinking OSPUZE. If the claims of high addictiveness and severe side effects weren't telling enough, this image surely drives it home. Some additional thoughts and information I want to share. This feels like an exaggeration or a parody of robber barons. Robber baron is a term first applied by the 19th century muckrakers and others as a social criticism to certain wealthy, powerful, and unethical 19th century American businessmen. This is a part of the inspiration for the finals lore. The robber baron connection was first found by Rockhound Black, and later it was confirmed by Rob. A baby drinking a highly addictive energy drink, hiding severe side effects, high addictiveness to keep people drinking. All of these are extreme, unethical business practices, just like the robber barons. But OSPUZE flaunts it like they're in the spotlight. For such aggressive advertising to exist, I think the society in the finals lost what it close to taboo.
3 perfect frogs sitting by a pond, when the world whispered so soft from beyond. One tasted shimmer in a glittering fly, but the hunger stayed loud. She never knew why.
The 3 perfect frogs could represent 3 people or victims from somewhere poor, possibly subjects of experimentation by sponsor companies. And here's my reasoning for this. This seems to be from the frog's perspective, hearing whispers soft and distant. Now place this in a world consumed by robber barons and it starts to make sense. Whispers/soft voices can be symbolism for lies. Soft, gentle whispers often carry a sense of trust or curiosity, like something innocent would follow, similar to how cartoons show soft whispers luring the protagonist into danger. Since the CNS story is written like a fairy tale, this rhetorical device fits perfectly. Could symbolize hierarchy, people in power, high above, with wealth and influence. To those who are poor or powerless, these figures are like beings from beyond, separated by an unbridgeable social gap. The CNS document did mention pyramids, which perfectly fit in the perspective of social classes. Maybe the social pyramid in this finals world is a more literate thing. I believe this is a metaphor for what happened to a victim of OSPUZE's experimentation. This could represent a test subject who, as I mentioned, is from a poor area of the finals world. The glittering fly likely points to a firefly, an insect that produces light using firefly luciferin, a real compound responsible for firefly's bioluminescence system. The connection. Firefly luciferin, also known as beetle luciferin, is the precursor of the light-emitting compound used in fireflies, railroad worms, and click beetles. Firefly luciferin is the exact thing the test subject tasted, and the compound itself shimmers while inside the firefly. This compound's chemical formula is C11H8N2O3S2. And it appears as a yellow powder, which interestingly matches the color theme of OSPUZE. This similarity might be intentional brand designing. The use of but here suggests an unexpected outcome. Despite tasting the shimmer, the craving didn't stop. It intensified and the hunger stayed allowed. Together these sentences could symbolize the high addictiveness of said substance, a craving that never quiets, always demanding more. This sentence highlights the subject's ignorance of what's happening to them. They are an unknowing participant, possibly poor, exploited, experimented on, craving something they don't even fully understand. This aligns with the theme of unethical experimentation and extreme capitalism behind OSPUZE. In the sentence, the use of the here narrows the focus, pointing to a specific craving rather than general hunger. In this context, it likely refers to the substance itself, firefly luciferin or whatever addictive compound OSPUZE contains. Essentially, hunger here is a poetic stand-in for addiction, an intense, unending need for that exact thing.
One rode the current, fast and revered, but the water was thick with the frogs he once cheered.
Fuel technicians missing at the DISSUN facility in Sector 131. 5 biogenic fuel technicians failed to return following a routine filter inspection, and this marks the third incident of its kind reported this quarter.
This report confirms that DISSUN, or at least part of its operations, is tied to biogenic fuel, fuel produced from living organisms. In this part of the poem, the line probably means biogenic fuel itself, but if we add the other line, it suddenly becomes a double entendre. The current also symbolizes DISSUN as a corporation, the one who is a DISSUN technician who likely comes from a poorer region based on the context. They are respected because it is considered remarkable for someone from a disadvantaged background to gain employment within a powerful corporation like DISSUN. Suggests that the process of conversion is suffocating and inescapable. Are other people from the same community, perhaps friends or family, whose pieces of their remains were still recognizable before they were fully transformed into biogenic fuel. The word implies that those frogs are no longer their former self, which means they are all already dead. But this frog, the victim of DISSUN, is not like the other frogs, because he can still see and recognize the horrific truth unfolding before his eyes. He can see the countless corpses around him. This sets him apart from the other frogs, which indicates that he is somehow special. This mirrors OSPUZE's verse, which recalled their first subject, who tasted shimmer and became addicted. In both cases, the poem points to a key turning point, the moment these companies first crossed the moral line. For OSPUZE, it was lacing their product with addictive substances, and for DISSUN, it was the first use of a living human as biogenic fuel. The missing technicians add weight to this reading. Whole teams vanish from Sector 131, raising suspicion that employees themselves are being fed into the process. The choice of the number 131 is striking, because in angel numbers, it symbolizes new beginnings. And in this dark context, that new beginning could represent the technicians' transformation into fuel. Whether DISSUN covers this up as repeated incidents or simply doesn't care, the outcome is the same. Their victims, whether drawn from poor communities or their own workforce, are reduced to resources. To conclude this small section on DISSUN, the frog who wrote the current symbolizes the first living person forced into biogenic fuel production. In the process, he recognized the remains of his community, uncovering the horrifying truth of what DISSUN was doing. My speculation is that their industrial or experimental projects might lead to large-scale environmental destruction, possibly something like mudslides or floods or other disasters, wiping out communities and leaving entire regions uninhabitable.
One stayed near shore, thought it was by choice. She leapt on command, her croak without voice.
The three frogs/test subjects appear to be connected. Frog number 1 was a victim of OSPUZE's addiction experiment. Frog number 2 was a victim of DISSUN's destructive operations. And frog number 3 was a victim of VAIIYA, the only frog without its own story. And this could imply frogs 1 and 2 believed they were escaping or breaking free, maybe even trying to expose what happened to them. But the third frog, the one under VAIIYA's control, was already chipped or implanted with a brain chip technology, acting as a failsafe or a spy. This could be the possible reason why she doesn't have her own story. The third frog made the others think that they were safe, sure, symbolizing escape, but they were being manipulated, as frog 3 slowly leads them into false hope and a trap, because frog 3 is no longer herself. Here, the command suggests external control, not free will. The silent croak could mean she wanted to warn them, but couldn't. It's a chilling image, someone coerced into betraying allies while unable to speak out. After all that, there's no way these frogs are still truly perfect. They look perfect, but their brains are obviously chipped. The self is already gone. Implies they were returned to where they came from, the poor areas. But to do what? From frog number 3's speculation, we know that the last time it was chipped, it led other victims/frogs into a trap. Now all 3 are chipped to do the same thing. They go back to the poor village because this time they need people for the finals. The finals is literally a virtual reality show where you compete for fame and money, like a high-tech version of the Hunger Games. And if you already have money, why risk it? Just like in Hunger Games, you can only make a change, only impact the world if you win, which in this case means to reach the finals. We contestants are the people from the poor areas in the meat world. And yes, no one lives in the meat world anymore is a massive lie. The finals itself is an AI. Based on my previous theory, brain in a jar, I speculated that the finals AI is built on someone's brain and that it's possibly connected to VAIIYA's technology. In philosophy, the brain in a vat is a scenario used in a variety of thought experiments intended to draw out certain features of human conceptions of knowledge, reality, truth, mind, consciousness, and meaning. Gilbert Harman conceived the scenario, which Hilary Putnam turned into a modernized version of René Descartes' evil demon thought experiment. And now my 2 theories connect. The finals could literally be built in someone's brain, used as a host for others to connect to. In this case, the 3 frogs are the foundation of the finals/the finals AI. Remember when CNS hacked the finals in Season 5 and gave us a team deathmatch? We saw countless wires running through 3 The Finals logos. I speculate that these represent the 3 host brains/the finals AI. The 3 frogs' consciousness is gone, locked in a dream-like state and being used as host brain for the finals, matched with AI technology, or to be more clear, it's a digitalized brain. They can never wake up, never use their own voice to tell the truth. This conclusion leads us to:
We give you the truth. Fly free, rise above. No curtains, no constructs. From CNS, with love.
Who are CNS, or what is CNS? CNS keeps hacking into the game show, and they keep telling us to seek the truth beyond the walls. And they keep exposing sponsors. I think CNS is the leftover consciousness of the 3 frogs. Their deep, unprogrammed signals slip through as hacks and glitches. They're trying to warn us the dark secrets of the finals and unholy things the sponsors did to use the game show as a chance, just like what they said. CNS gave us the truth. They hope us to fly free, unlike them who will be forever trapped. And we need to rise to the top and spread the truth to the world. And suddenly, everything makes sense. Imagine this scenario. You're poor, from a poor area, possibly the same as where the frogs came from. The poor people are convinced to join the finals to compete for fame and fortune. Your consciousness connects to the host brains to play the game. The finals AI is the product of these 3 brains after heavy programming/digitalization. CNS are the hidden, glitchy, the deeper consciousness of the host brains, signals breaking through, urging us to reach the top, expose the sponsors, and change the world. Besides CNS's glitchy appearance, there's another good hint from the look of their design style. They are all retro but never futuristic. This can hint to that they are somewhat old, the older version of something, which in comparison the opposite side of the game show, a show that builds on their own brain. 3 Frog Story, the origin of the finals, hinting to 3 victims where their mind/brain is being digitalized and being changed into an AI for a game show to run. Their brain falls into a dreamlike state after being digitalized, and CNS is their deeper consciousness, or the actual central nervous system of the bodies, wanting us to rise to the top and expose Multico/robber barons and the game show itself. The contestant is us, from a poor area just like the 3 frogs, trying to reach the finals for glory and fame. And that was it. This is the biggest theory I've seen so far, and I gotta say that it's awesome. And like, Rin, You did a very, very good job with this theory. I really, really enjoyed this theory. And I hope you enjoyed this too. And if you did, make sure to like this video and make sure to subscribe my channel because I'm so close to 1000 subscribers. I have like 800 subscribers right now. And I'd be very, very, very grateful if you subscribe to my channel. Also, go give Rin some love in the comments. Go tell her some kind words or something. And yeah, make sure to join my Discord server. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll see you in the next video. See ya.